Go-Go Gadget Dildo Claw.
Aye.
Go-Go Gadget Serotonin. It never works, but it was worth a shot. This is AK219. Welcome back to it, the podcast. Aidan Maloney, my boy Kevan Boland. We're goofing, gaffing, fricking, fracking, frolicking, tomfoolerying, providing a hijink, and of course providing the chaos of this wonderful Vibe of the Week intro. We got a quiz time. We got burning questions. What else do we got, Kev? Each other. We have each other.
That is
it was a
so
trick
wholesome.
question. It is very wholesome.
So very wholesome.
Does it make you feel warm inside?
It makes me feel something
inside. A little warmer inside.
It makes me feel something on the outside, too.
So, when you speak about an anus, a colon, is it part of the inside or is it part of the outside? Because it's like a thru-hole, right? It's like a bagel. Is like the inside of a bagel really an inside, or is it just a different part of the outside?
That's like, belly buttons have always confused me. I know there's a distinction between an innie and an outie, but like...
It's just like a birth thing. It's like a birthmark, right? Like birthmarks are all different. Belly buttons are all kind of different, At least that's my understanding. I'm not a doctor.
And to me, my understanding about the anus hole is that it is both an entrance and an exit.
Exactly.
It just depends on the mood you're in that day.
That it does. And with that in mind, would you like to be our entrance or our exit today? Let us know in the comments and give us a sheesh. Your dad commented sheesh again, by the way.
If my dad comments sheesh after the fact we asked about entrance or exit,
it proves...
I'm going to... I don't know what I'm going to do,
but it proves, right? That he can get past the point that we just made an entire diatribe about, colons and entrances and exits, and still understand the performative power of putting sheesh in the comment section down below, which we appreciate every time. Anyway, Vibes of the Week, we tell you something fun, funny, wholesome, or real that's happened in the last 7 days. Now, Kevin, what's wrong with you?
This is going to take the whole show. I hope you're ready for it. No, well, actually, there is something wrong with me. I forgot to mention last week what happened on the way here to record. So I decided to pick up some McDonald's for everyone because we were all a little hungry, have a little meal before we record. And I go to the one that's right by Aidan's house. And I figured I'd go inside to order because it would just be easier. And I get up there, and I'm just like, it's not even busy inside. Not even. There's like 3 people at a table, and that's it.
Right.
They ain't paying any attention to me up there. I'm standing right by the fucking register. I'm just like, hello?
So like straight up order? Just not...
Well, yeah, and then she came up there. She started taking my order, and then some little kid came in with like 2 McDelivery bags that had to have been some sort of DoorDash thing. But he's just like, they didn't like it. I'd like to return this. This is a little fucking kid. And so he literally gets the attention of every worker there.
Oh, my God.
While my order was being taken. She literally left the cash register. It's not like you got like 10 other people working at that time to figure out what the hell's going on. She's just like, and then just fucking walked away. I'm like, I'm standing here with my fucking phone out using a coupon. I'm just like...
okay, bye.
Wow. It just...
That sounds very irritating.
And then I'm just like, I didn't know that they do this now, but like, I got a drink, and I'm just like, can I have my, drink or my cup for my drink? She's like, oh, we do that back here. I'm just like, oh, okay.
What happened to the like Coke Freestyle machines? Did they kill those?
McDonald's is too fancy for that now. You got all these fine dining tables.
The only thing fancy about McDonald's is their prices, which are so high. Yeah. Unbelievably high. You are McDonald's. I'm not paying $8 for a fucking Big Mac. What's wrong with you?
No, I agree. So there was that last week that I failed to mention. It really...
kicked off the show.
Really ticked me off last week. That I'm just like, I get it. That might be more important, but you got 10 other workers to deal with it. You don't have to leave taking my fucking order.
How is there only one person able to attend the front? But one time, there's a McDelivery person like, oh, we got a return here. And then everybody's like, oh, yeah, we'll help you first before, finishing this one transaction.
I don't think a return or someone asking for their money back results in 10 people.
Yeah. How does that take precedence? How is giving money back, and I know, I understand capitalism. So, with how dog shit capitalism is, how is giving money back to a McDelivery customer higher on that priority list of this big corpo than taking an order to make money? That sounds like the complete opposite of their entire values. A, make money. B, CA.
CA.
I don't know. That's wild to me.
But that was all fine and dandy. I got the food. It all tasted like it wasn't worth that much money anyway, but it was still good.
It's McDonald's for you, baby.
Work's been all right, too. Hockey's been okay last week. I finally got a lot of the... no, I never keep track of that. I finally got more of the finer details down. I bought this little itty-bitty notebook that I'm going to use to keep track of who's there and who pays, because it'll just be easier than keeping track of it on my phone. That's what I was doing. And I also stopped by my bank to take out $225 of not my money, from money that people have Zelled me for the skate.
Oh, word, yeah.
And in doing so, I also asked them if they knew where I could purchase those little, like, purse things, like the little money bags with the zipper on the top.
Yeah, okay.
And they're just like, we can just give you one. So I have a bright green Horizon Bank thing that I will be taking with me to hold the money.
Don't get robbed.
I won't, but I'm surprised I didn't, because I used to just take the cash and put it in the side part of my hockey bag. Like, that's what I had.
Yikes.
But I finally got around to getting that stuff done. It was a lot of running around yesterday after work with all that stuff. But looking to get it going again this month. First week was a success. The only week I won't be here for... which I'm sure I won't miss this, but I'll miss hockey. At the end of this month, I'll be going to July.
Going to...
Oh, I was doing so good.
Going to where?
Shut up. Shut up. Before I hit you in your face. At the end of this month, I will be going to South Carolina to see my mother.
Well, I'll be going to July.
You know what? How have you been?
I've been fantastic
I don't care.
Since that little slip-up happened.
I don't care.
Wait, what'd you say?
I don't care how you've been.
So...
I don't care that you broke your elbow. I really don't.
Whoever threw that paper. Anyway, I've been fantastic. Still, my garage is broken, but we're dissecting it, right? And it takes our two minds, to figure out we're stupid and we don't know what's going on. So I'll likely be outsourcing labor to someone that does know, and by outsourcing, I mean either Kevin's dad or like one of my neighbors or something. Anyway, doesn't matter. It'll be fixed. I've been fantastic. I did a lot of work for the editing for last week's videos, which of course, if you're watching on YouTube, thank you. You'll be seeing gaming videos later this week. But last week's videos took a while to edit. It's like any of the, what are they? The GeoGuessr videos always take a while. Because there's like 5-minute periods where we're just scrolling the map.
And not
just
really
like
saying a whole lot.
Aimlessly looking for like, especially in the America one where we got 25K perfect score.
Yeah, the one that
and we were searching around Texas for easily like 11 minutes.
Yeah. It's a big state.
It's a huge state. And we were looking for like some farm road. I'm like, oh, we're never going to find it. So
That's right. That was my brilliant idea. I'm just like, oh, we found the road. Let's look for it in this huge-ass state.
Texas. But no, it always takes a while. But I think I'm finding my groove, the Emperor's New Groove. I think I've found it. And I think I've Kronk pulled the right lever with this one because it's starting to make sense in my brain. So it is becoming easier and more efficient and less taxing.
Good. I knew you could do it.
Thanks, bro. I appreciate that.
Taught you all you needed to know.
I wish that was true.
There's no wishing here. There's no well here. There's no wishing in a well. This is the truth. This is factual.
The only thing factual you're saying is the fact that there's no well here. Because there's no well here. But it's a fact that I'm self-taught in editing because you don't want to.
No, it's not that I don't want to. I've just done it enough to where passing the torch seemed pretty viable at the time. And you're doing well.
You haven't done it at all. Pass the torch. I've been holding it. It's already burning the top of my hand.
Change hands.
Anyway, besides that, I'm pretty freaking good. We had Whitey's today.
We did.
Which is fantastic. I love some
Getting
Whitey's.
It sucked.
Oh, yeah, there is an intersection. I know not all of our listeners are in Northwest Indiana, which is fantastic. Hello, people outside the region. But there's an intersection on Route 6, which is Ridge Road, and 130. That is where the White Castle is nearby. And it is so dog-ass. Like, the traffic is just bad because 130 leads to 8094, which is one of the busiest expressways in the country. And then Route 6 goes from Gary to Portage, which is busy. If you're unfamiliar with these city names, you don't have to worry about it. Everything is just busy all the time and traffic sucks.
It wouldn't bother me so much if the lights weren't, they're spread apart by like 6 feet or some shit. It seems like these lights. Like, get rid of some of them. And just let's see what people do.
Exactly. Let anarchy reign. Yes. I think we're due for that.
Well, not reign. It has to start before it reigns supreme over the corner of Willow Creek and whatever the fuck.
What
road is over there? I'm just saying. I'm saying, get rid of all traffic lights.
Abolish traffic lights. Mm-hmm. Install big brain driver behavior. And let's see what happens.
That would be just amazing if one day everyone that drove, like,
just
I'm not
became
saying
smart at it.
I'm the best driver, but I know I ain't the worst. I don't understand how some of these people
it's actually
pass the test,
idiotic.
Get the license, get in an accident, still have their license.
The amount of people I have seen drive backwards the wrong way through a roundabout, or like full stop in the roundabout to let way for someone coming on.
No,
that's
you're
not
in
how
it.
you do
go.
it.
You're in it. You go.
Like,
pedal to the fucking metal.
And it's typically either Illinois drivers because they don't have as many roundabouts out there, or it's old people. Most of the time, it's old people because you don't know what you're doing.
That to me doesn't make sense. Those Illinois drivers are some of the most aggressive sons of bitches you will ever meet on the fucking road. Why are you braking in the middle of a roundabout?
It's most of the time with old people.
Okay.
And this is something I've been talking, because like anyone that's listened to the previous episodes, I have a CDLA, I drive a big tractor trailer full of alcohols, I deliver to all over the state, essentially, the northern third. But,
no need to flex on me, but okay.
Oops. But like, I was talking with some of the people that have been in the business a lot longer than I have, and I'm just like, man, like bringing up the point I just did about roundabouts and old people, and they were just like, yeah, I think anyone over the age of 70 should take a yearly driver test if they can't keep up.
I agree.
What a novel idea. You are driving a 5,000-pound machine at lethal velocities, and you don't know what you're doing.
Another thing,
How
too...
is this not a bigger problem to legislators?
Another thing, too, with that, I think there needs to be... if old people cannot operate a vehicle, old people should not be able to run this country.
True. I think
I'm not going to get into it. I'm just saying there should be limits to these things. If there's a limit for me to start drinking, there should be a limit for you to stop driving.
True. Very true.
You know?
I think the retirement age should be the cutoff point of being a federal politician.
That as well.
With that in mind, and, you know, how infrequently we talk about politics, but man, what a fantastic
I just
point
thought it made sense.
You're
You're saying old people and yearly thing. I'm like, well, let me just bring up another thing.
Get out of politics. Stop driving. Go somewhere and retire and die. Thanks.
Amen. Peacefully. I don't want you to suffer unless you're a bad person. Then you can't suffer.
Then you can't. You've earned the right to suffer.
Yeah.
Yeah. With suffering in mind, we will be right back with a little quiz I made for Kevan and the lovely listener.
Awesome.
I know you're excited.
Can't wait to do bad at it.
You're very excited.
We're back.
Quiz time, baby. Time for quizzes. Let's double check.
You didn't forget it.
I didn't forget it.
It's dark.
It's dark. You know what that means?
It's quiz time.
It's quiz time.
And you didn't forget it. Good job.
Thanks, man.
You're welcome. Just wait till we turn off the cameras.
And turn it back on for the Patreon, AK219 on Patreon if you're interested. Anyway, it's quiz time where quizzes occur. This week, I made a quiz of 18 questions.
Oh, this is too much.
Worth 18 points. For both you, the lovely listener, and Kevan. It's called This Is Definitely Not Jeopardy.
So fuck you, Alex. I will not be taking this question for 200.
Rest in peace, Mr. Trebek. Anyway, I will present...
Pediatric cancer sucks.
Yeah. I will be presenting... Oh, you said it wrong.
I know. That's what I thought he died of.
Oh, that's right. That's an old bit.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's an old bit. Anyway, these are Jeopardy-style, I know it's trademarked, Jeopardy-style questions where I will be giving you, in air quotes, the answer, and you have to phrase your answer like a question because they do shit ass backwards for some reason. Jeopardy! Yeah, exactly. So, here's the first one for 200. And by 200, I mean 1 point. To be or not to be is a famous line from this Shakespeare play.
What is Shakespeare?
I don't think he had any self-titled plays. I could be wrong, but I don't think he did.
To be or not to be? That is the question. I've only really heard this recently in memes. I don't really know what it's from.
You'll know the title of it once you guess it or I tell you.
What is To Kill a Mockingbird?
That's not... a Shakespeare play. Do you just want...
What is...
The first syllable in this answer is a type of meat.
What is chicken pot pie?
Chicken is more than one syllable.
What is beef stroganoff?
No, beef stroke me off. All right.
What is... I don't know.
The answer I was looking for is what is Hamlet? That was the hint. Hamlet is the name of the play. That's all right. Hey, first questions happen. Now we know how Jeopardy works.
Hamlet, fuck off.
Did you get it, listener? Let us know in the comments. Next answer.
Next answer. See, it's weird.
It is weird.
It's weird.
Sunflowers and Starry Night are some of this artist's most famous works.
Oh, who is Da Vinci?
It's not Da Vinci.
It's not?
Are you serious? Starry Night?
Well, yeah, Starry Night. That's,
sunflowers?
Yeah, sunflowers. Shit. What's that other painter's name?
Exactly. We have an episode titled after us saying his name wrong.
Oh, who is Von Van Gogh?
It is Von Van Gogh.
Von Van Gogh, that's what it was.
Yes.
Vincent Van Gogh.
Vincent Van Gogh. If you know what I'm saying.
Not the gawking and the gooning again.
Why gawk when you can goon?
There's so many callbacks. Dude, I do. You don't understand.
I would love to see it. Next answer. Canberra is the capital of this country.
Canberra?
Canberra.
What?
I think it's pronounced Canberra. I could be wrong. I've never visited this country.
What is Africa?
Not a country.
Yes. That's right. It's
no.
What is Europe?
Also not a country, and it's not even the right continent.
All right.
That's two incorrect continents when I'm looking for one country.
Don't rub it in.
Okay.
I know I'm stupid.
Rub it out instead.
Rub one out for the boys. What is...
Canberra.
Cadbury egg?
No. Also not a country.
Who the fuck named this capital?
These people did once they got there.
What is Nigeria?
Final answer? No, the country I was looking for. What is Australia?
I was
Capital of Australia.
I was thinking that. But...
Why didn't you go there, man?
Because it's Sydney.
You went to Nigeria, and I literally just told you both continents you mentioned are the wrong continent.
Because the capital of Australia is Sydney, and
Sydney.
No one wants to admit that.
Well, maybe they're in denial, and you could be right. You could be right,
I know I'm right. So I'll take the point.
Next answer. The Gettysburg Address was given by this president.
Who is Abraham Lincoln?
Abe Lincoln, correct.
Abe Lincoln's famous childhood author.
Abe's Lincoln. Next answer. I'm gonna lose it if I say answer one more time. The Harry Potter series is written by this transphobic author.
Who?
I'm right.
You're right, but I didn't expect that. You could have just said, you could have gone without the, who is J.K. Rowling?
It is, who is J.K. Rowling? Get the fuck off of Twitter. Do your career a favor. I mean, it's already dead, but... Swan Lake and The Nutcracker are this Russian composer's most famous works.
Who is Yuri Makarov?
I don't think it's Yuri Makarov. I believe Makarov was the main antagonist from Modern Warfare.
You'd be correct.
Great game series.
A Russian person.
A composer, specifically, who made Swan Lake and The Nutcracker.
Oh, is this, who is Sebastian Bach?
No, not Mr. Koch.
German? I don't know.
It could be German. I don't know.
I don't know.
Tchaikovsky.
Oh, chick on my offski.
When you chick on her offski?
When she chick on the Red Army.
Next answer. This city is the capital of Japan.
What is Tokyo?
Correct.
Okay.
What is Tokyo is the question I was looking for. How are you doing, lovely listeners? Doing pretty well?
Certainly better than me.
Fantastic. This planet is famously coined the Red Planet.
What is Uranus?
It's about to be. We were just talking about entrances and exits earlier.
Yeah. No, what is Venus? Fuck, no. What is... Man, I'm so confident. What is Mars?
Mars is correct.
Okay, all right. It had to be one of the two.
You said that with so much vim and vigor.
I know, shut up.
It's okay. We give Kev the point anyway.
Thank you.
This sail doubled the size of the USA in the early 1800s.
What is it, Lee?
The Lily. I don't think it was that. How about another guess?
Little. What is the Louisiana Purchase?
Correct.
Okay.
Fantastic. Brought that one up from middle school history class, I imagine.
Yep. I learned a lot in school.
Yeah.
No, I didn't.
No, he didn't. Next answer. This streaming service is known for the series Stranger Things.
What is Netflix?
Netflix is
Stupid
correct.
Series anyway.
You didn't watch it, did you?
Nope.
Then why are you calling it stupid?
I've seen bits and pieces of it.
It's
not my thing.
It's good. Well,
it's, meh, it's
everyone's got a thing. That's okay.
It's kind of cheesy. It's kind of corny.
It is. It's a little campy. You know, I get that.
And I hate camping. I've played Call of Duty. I hate.
You hate campers.
Hate campers.
Fermented soy. This is the next answer, by the way. Fermented soybeans. Fermented soybeans is known by this name in Japan.
Fermented soybeans is known by this name.
Some of the nastiest foods, I think, they usually make like the nastiest foods top 10 lists. So I know we've talked about it in the Saturday show. We do this bit called The Other Foods, and we just talk about nasty foods.
But I don't remember a recent one being in Japan.
Not recent, but I know I've brought it up before. It is fermented soybeans.
Fermented soybeans. What is wasabi?
No. Natto. What is natto?
Is that actually what it...
Yeah.
That's what it's called?
Yep.
Yeah, I've never heard of it.
Oh. Whoops. Next answer. From the question from user, wrong segment. This Italian...
What? Whoa. Hold on. Are we jumping segments here, or is it... Aidan, what's happening?
I just did that to trip you out, Kev.
Oh, I'm tripped.
So tripped. This is the answer. This Italian tower isn't quite straight.
Neither am I.
Get in line, am I right, Tower?
Yeah.
Okay, come on.
Off with the camera.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Yes. What is the Leaning Tower of Pisa?
Correct. When I was a kid, I always called it the Leaning Tower of Pizza.
I mean,
not because I didn't know, but because I knew it was Italian, and my brain went, "Oh, funny joke! If Italian, then pizza." You know.
Racism.
It's not racism. They're Italian.
Well, then what is it then?
If you make fun of Italians, I think it just makes you funny.
Okay.
Yeah.
I condone it.
Next answer. Moonlight Sonata is one of this composer's most famous pieces.
Moonlight Sonata. This is definitely Who is Sebastian Bach?
No.
Who is Mozart?
No. It's like one of the biggest names in classical music.
Who is Oliver Tree?
Correct. It is Oliver Tree with Moonlight Sonata.
Fuck. Oh my god. Who's the other? There's Mozart, there's Bach, there's Einstein. There's
Dr. Dre.
Dr. Pitbull.
Mr. Worldwide. There's
Taylor
Mr. 305.
Katy Perry. I know how much you love Katy Perry.
I think you're going to be unhappy with yourself if you miss this.
I think so, because I already said Bach and I said Mozart.
You said Bach and Mozart.
And it's not either of them?
Yep, it's not Tchaikovsky either.
I don't know.
Really? The answer I was looking for, who is Beethoven?
Fuck!
Yeah, Beethoven's Moonlight Sonata.
You creep. Put some Moonlight Sonata away.
What are you, fucking deaf, loser? Oh, wait. Sorry, Beethoven.
Play you the song in the smallest violin.
Not that you'll hear it. Next answer. This film won the 2003 Best Picture Oscar Award and was the first fantasy film to do so.
Bro, I was 3 years old.
But you know these fantasy films. And this one won an Oscar.
What is Star Wars The Phantom Menace?
I don't think that was from 2003. I could be wrong, but I don't think I am.
Fantasy.
Uh-huh.
What is Lord of the Rings?
Correct.
Oh, no shit.
Lord of the Rings, Return of the King.
Return of the King came out in 2003. That's the third installment. That's the... Oh my god, that makes me feel so old.
I was 3.
I was, but like when I watched them for the first time, I'm like, oh, this is relatively new. Like I didn't think it just came out, but wow.
Yeah, man. I gave you the point though. You got it. We're on to the
20 years old.
21, yeah.
Well, yeah, 21.
In 1804, he was the first emperor of France, and we hate France.
Who is Napoleon?
Correct.
Bone my part.
The answer I was looking for was actually Napoleon Dynamite, but I gave you the point anyway.
Oh, fucking idiot.
Yeah. This artist painted The Last Supper.
Who is Jesus Christ?
It is Jesus Christ. Well done.
He's a powerful being. He probably did do it.
His third coming was actually just like possessing this paintbrush.
He came more than 3 times.
A mad lad.
Just absolute goon.
That reload. He's got that quick draw, that reload.
It's fucking God's sleight of hand.
The perks, yeah.
The perks. Off the perk.
Off the perks and Xannies.
Who is...
The Last Supper. Painted by this artist.
Who is Da Vinci?
It is Da Vinci!
Okay.
Well done, bro. Well done. The penultimate answer.
Which means second to last because he's too smart to say anything stupid.
I say stupid things nearly back to back on this show. I just occasionally want to sound like smart, right, by saying things like penultimate.
Why, though? Why do you want to sound smart if you already know you are?
We can't consistently sound stupid.
I know I'm smart.
We have to at least allude to the fact that we have IQ points more than, the amount of money in our wallets, which is Sub 100 all the time.
Well, maybe that's why I like acting so stupid on the show, because I know, outside of the show, I know I'm one of the dumbest motherfuckers you will ever meet. But in doing so,
yeah,
I'm smart. What's the answer?
Okay, here's the answer. Released in 2007, this product revolutionized technology and mobile phones as we know them today.
What are the earbuds?
Yeah, earbuds, of course, revolutionized
music.
Phones.
What is touchscreen?
Yeah, that was the main product on this product, was a touchscreen. Revolutionized phones as we know them in 2007. This product.
What is a phone?
It's one of them.
Well, like a brand or like a feature?
This product. It's not a feature. It's a product. It's a thing people went out and
bought. The iPod or the iPod.
It's
the Apple, Big Apple.
I'll give you the point. The answer I was looking for was the iPhone. The first iPhone was the first touchscreen telephone.
Oh, so okay, I was on the right track.
You were on the right track. Yeah, you just said iPod instead. I won't blame you. The iPod. Yeah, not in my house. Final question.
Answer, you mean?
Fuck!
He's being stupid again.
This is why I say penultimate. It makes up for my dumb. Final answer. In the early 1960s, this president urges American citizens to ask not what your country can do for you, ask what you can do for your country.
Robert Kennedy. No,
the dude with dead worms eating his brain? The former heroin addict?
Just joking. Well, him, but it's not him.
Him, but...
who is...
Allegedly, because we don't want to get
sued. Former President John F. Kennedy, who also featured in the Black Ops Zombies map 5, where you can play as the president himself killing Nazi zombies in the Pentagon.
You're so correct.
There goes my nerd, and there goes my chances of any woman who had interest in me. But I know my shit, so get with it.
Get with him. On his face. Tonight. Hit him up right now.
Night only.
One night only. Kevan, you weren't confident going into this.
I know.
You got 13 out of 18 points, bro.
I had a very, very rough start. That I will agree with.
It happens,
but
man.
You know what?
A strong finish. You finish strong and hard, and it goes everywhere sometimes, and I don't hold it against you.
That's what's important.
That's the important part.
Slow and steady might win the race, but you got a bad start. If you finish, if you're coming hard, you finish. That's what you got to aim for. You heard it
here first. Come hard.
And finish.
And finish. Well, let us know in the comments.
If you came hard or
if you came harder than Kevan, or maybe if you came a little slower. He got 13 of 18. How did you do? Let us know, and we will be right back with our closing segment.
Burning questions. It's hot.
It was so hot, it made Kevan go, wow, with his hands, which the listeners can't see.
Can you... my hands were right here. Oh, listeners.
Yeah, fucking duh. Okay, cut. With that in mind, welcome back to Burning Questions, the closing segment where we go to everyone's second least favorite website, Reddit, and we source questions that have been asked into the ether. People on the internet, they're curious, they want to know things. Who best to answer them than us?
The main characters of the universe.
The two omnipotent beings sat right in front of you.
And I love how we start this segment off every week by saying it's everyone's second least favorite website.
Right.
It has personally turned into my favorite website.
It's a great website. I just know it gets a bad rep, so I was doing a bit about it. And then it just stuck.
I mean, I was more so saying this as a joke, but you can find... Reddit is kind of like Twitter, except Reddit really has no restrictions. Twitter doesn't.
It's everything.
But literally from...
Reddit is just built better because it's built like the internet is built, you know? You've got communities, sub-communities. You've got... everything. A main page, a second page, a third page, a news page. It's just built right.
You got everything from news to death to porn to just everything.
Everything.
In one convenient app.
And those are the 3 most important things that anybody does on the internet.
News, porn, and death.
Yeah. That's why Live Leak exists.
Yeah.
For specifically the third one.
Yes, absolutely. Yeah.
It's not great for news.
No.
And if you watch it for pornography reasons, there's something wrong with you.
Yeah.
Don't do that. Question number 1. I almost...
Smooth segue.
Thanks, man. I almost said answer. I'm going to be real. Just from the Jeopardy segment, I almost said answer. No, question number 1 from user Gary1405.
Gary, come home.
Gary, what's something most people don't realize will kill you in seconds? I would say an old person in a roundabout that doesn't know what the fuck they're doing and shouldn't have a license. Because drivers can kill you in seconds and don't give a shit. Drivers don't care about pedestrians. It blows my mind how often, especially city planning, city building, they specifically build around drivers, ignoring the needs of pedestrians, and then pedestrians just fucking die and they're like, well, that's just statistics for you. It's like, no, it's not.
We told you.
Drivers kill. What's wrong with you? Yeah, that's my answer. Is like, a car will kill you. A truck or SUV will kill you more significantly.
Dare I say, if there's a car crash and it results in a death, who's at fault, the driver or the car? Should we start banning cars now? Should we? No, I'm just playing.
I think it would be neat if we had public transit, though, because
we do. It's terrible.
We don't, mostly, and what exists is terrible.
Well, yeah, I'd say what we have that I know of is the V line here,
which goes to like 6 different places, and it's only specifically in like a 10-mile radius.
That's
maybe 10. That might be generous. So, like, yeah, any, like, European or foreign listeners in general, I'm sure your public transit is fantastic. I'm sure most people ride motorbikes. Your cities are closer to the ideal, like, 15-minute city, line. But we don't have that here. We literally have cars and highways, and that's about it.
And death.
And death.
And speaking of that, I'll answer the question by saying, what could kill you in minutes? Eating food. You could start choking and no one could know the CPR,
true.
and no one could know how to blow out your back and get that chunk of food out of your throat.
Why do the Heimlich when you can just, the entry-exit thing we were talking about, the anus earlier?
Enemas.
It's like an enema, but with a penis. So you put it in,
I could die as simple as right now. I could take a drink of this.
And it goes down the wrong pipe. Although I
start having a coughing fit.
But he
doesn't know how to resuscitate me, and I die.
I know.
I know you do. I'm just saying that could happen.
You're right, but that's not exactly what I was going to talk about. Is like when you're drinking a drink, you're more likely to have it go down the wrong pipe and like drown or suffocate, whereas food will just get stuck in the trachea, and that's where the Heimlich comes into play.
Yes.
But if someone doesn't know that, you absolutely will die.
And you could die in 2 inches of water.
I had a neighbor when I was a kid who nearly died while eating a slice of pizza.
Really?
Like, she was eating this. I wasn't there for this. I only heard the story, so this is coming from a third party. But yeah, she was eating a slice of pizza and, like, just started choking. And her family was like, whoa, what are you doing? Like, they were wondering, like, what she's on about. And she's, like, choking to death on this fucking pizza.
Hey, all right, Gladys, come on. All right, quit fucking around.
They ended up, like, giving her a hearty slap on the back or something like that. And, like, the pizza flew out. And, like, that instance alone, like, she went from just a regular food eater. And, like, she went purely vegan. She's like, I don't want anything gloopy or cheesy or massive, like, touching my lips at all. I don't want to die. And it's like, I understand the
Learn how to chew your food.
That too. But, like, I get the trauma response, but it's not necessarily the cheese that did that to you.
No.
You just inhaled a large piece of pizza.
You tried taking it all in one go, and you couldn't.
Exactly.
It happens.
It happens. You know what else
Glad
happens?
you're still with us, whoever
exactly.
you are.
I think, she's probably still around. I don't. This was when I was like 8 or something like that. So it's like my childhood neighbor. You know. So I don't know. Hope you're well. Next question from user Redskin Potatoes 26. It's a good type of potato.
What is something Redskins?
What is something the United States of America does better than any other country? We sell guns to our citizens better than any other country.
America.
Exactly. Our police officers are better at standing outside of a school while it's being shot up than any other country.
Mm-hmm.
Our police officers are better at murdering black citizens than any other country.
Represent. That's what's up. I mean,
that's what's up.
That's the stat I've been waiting to hear. Just kidding. It's just jokes. Don't come after me.
I get, like, it's kind of a trap question, though, right? Because what does America do better than any other country? It's all fucking negative, right? Like,
for the most part.
We're not in the top 50 in healthcare. We're not in the top, 25 in education. We're just not great. Except for our police officers doing bad shit. In which case, we're number 1 in almost every category.
Can I get a let's fucking go?
Can I get a let's go in chat? Chat, are we cooked?
Chat, this country is cooked.
Just makes you want to get faded off that.
Josh.
Exactly.
Let's see. What are we better at than any other country?
Makes you think. I would say...
we're better at getting fat.
True. We are fantastic. I think
we will eat you out.
I think...
I mean, we will...
yes, we will. You're looking at 2 hosts that will do that. With consent, and of course it's a whole thing, but...
$20.
$20 is $20. It's a cheap price for a good buffet. Bring your own plate. We might be the best at buffets. I think that could be good.
A good buffet.
Yeah.
I haven't had a buffet in forever.
Me neither, actually. Like, there's a handful.
Golden Corral.
Do they even exist anymore?
Good question. I
don't actually know. Yeah.
But that was the spot.
That was the spot. Every time I went, of course, it's been a couple decades. Not a couple, but it's been a while. But, like, anytime I went to Golden Corral as a wee lad, like 10, 11-year-old, I would always see children doing the nastiest shit while up at the buffet. Just like, there's tongs in every food tin. And they would reach their hand into the food tin and just pick out, like, the slices of pizza or the fried chicken or something. Like, I wasn't here for this, but there was a story about the Golden Corral nearby of, like, a kid who served himself pudding by scooping his hands into it and putting it on his plate.
Dude, come on.
What's wrong with you? No. Actually, I take that back. What's wrong with your parents? Because they must be fucking stupid.
They must be. Why did you have this spawn if you can't fucking teach it how to do shit?
Exactly.
Right?
There is a scoop in the pudding tin. There's a scoop. And this is the scoop coming up here on the news from this next question. Nice. M&M's_shadow.
Oh.
What is this, MGK?
Chick, real slim, shady chick.
My name is... Wow.
What?
My name is...
Who?
Gosh. My name is Chicka. What's the quickest...
Chickenov. Boris
Tchaikovsky.
Tchaikovsky. That's
exactly. Hezbollah. What is the quickest you've ever seen a coworker get fired?
Oh.
Yeah.
Now, I've had a lot of jobs.
You've had a lot of coworkers.
And I've had a lot of coworkers.
What's the quickest? One comes to mind when I used to work at this bakery in town, and I wasn't part of the I was an assistant store manager at this point because it's just post-COVID. So, like, my previous position of, like, doing pop-up stores in schools and hospitals, wherever else they had an atrium, we couldn't do that because COVID was happening and people were dying. So I just went back to the store. I was the assistant store manager. But I wasn't a part of this hiring process. And this man was hired 20-something, early 20s. And he worked about 2 shifts for us. He worked like 2 or 3 shifts.
I legit thought you were talking about me for a
No. He
like,
worked
I don't know
like
who hired this guy.
He worked like 2 or 3 shifts. His name might have been like Anton or Antonio. I don't fucking remember.
AB.
AB, yeah.
Antonio Brown.
Man, fuck that guy. But yeah, he worked like 2 or 3 shifts for us, and he spent it's usually like 4 or 5 hour shifts because, you know, it's dog shit. But he easily spent 3 or 4 of those hours sitting down in the back. No amount of pressure from the managers, the assistant managers, his fellow employees.
Well, you were an assistant manager.
I never worked with him.
Oh.
I was on closing shift back then.
Ah.
Yeah. He was a morning guy, and he just sat in the back getting paid. Which, by the way...
Sounds nice.
I love the attitude. Fuck Big Corpo.
Dude, but I'm not even going to sit down and get paid $8 an hour. Fuck that. I'm not even going to do that.
It's not even worth the time to just sit there.
No.
It's not worth your time to just sit there. And he, like, got fired. And he was like, what the heck, man? Why? What is going on? And they're like, you just sit back there. You don't work. And he's like, I don't know about that. And they threatened to, like, pull the camera footage, right, of him just sitting in the back. And he was just like, fine, I'm out of here.
Jesus.
It's like, oh, real big man now, right?
I have 2 when it comes to thinking of stuff like that. One of them has to come from the bakery.
Yeah.
It wasn't super quick, but it was quick enough to me because in this huge ordeal that got me fired, also got her fired when I got back. And that was the quickest turnaround I think I've ever seen. The fact that I literally got my job back after getting fired from the GM because it was such bullshit.
That was so
happened.
funny.
But the second one had to have been when we all got hired in at Town and Country.
Right.
And we all worked those nights. It was essentially, looking back now, it was kind of just like, we're going to hire 18 people, and whoever doesn't fucking cut it, you're out of here.
Right.
Because there was only 6 of us after that.
That's it was like a mass hiring.
I know Chris and Spencer, they had their spots guaranteed.
Right.
I'm pretty sure Armando was already there.
Yeah.
I cannot remember if Patience was there already or not. I don't think so.
She showed up around the same time that Jordan and Kylie did. And
wait, so you telling me I got hired in with you, or did you come after me?
Oh shit, I don't remember. You might have showed up shortly after me.
I really just remember that one weird woman, Mary.
She was a trip, dude.
Robert. Do you remember him?
I'm surprised
he's registered, I'm pretty sure.
I think
on
he
a
is.
List.
He's on a
and
list.
Not a good one.
And I'm surprised he is not sentenced to life. That is a bad human being.
That one inbred guy. You know who I'm talking about?
Doug.
Yeah.
Doug.
Inbred.
That's a mean thing to say. I don't like you saying mean things, but he was a very unique individual.
I mean, that was mean. I apologize.
He was from Alabama.
Little weird looking.
Roll Tide. I'm sure there's, a lot of cousins. But here's the thing, right? He was just a funny, chill dude. There was nothing wrong with the guy.
No.
He was just a homie. But you're right. There was a 2-week span all of us were hired in. And yeah, Mary, she was an older woman, 40s maybe, 30s or 40s.
No, she looked rough if she was in 30s and 40s, bro. She looked like she was in the fucking 70 range.
Dude,
she was so old and wrinkly and brown.
Maybe 40s or 50s. But she made a habit of hitting on me and Kevan all the time.
I didn't like it. I didn't want any of it.
It made me very uncomfortable. I'm sure it made you uncomfortable.
Yeah.
Because we were in our early 20s. I want to say literally 20 or 21.
No,
maybe
dude,
20.
I was
19, 20?
I have, if I'm able to do some live, I don't know, it might be.
No, that had to have been 2018 to 2019.
If it was 2018, 2019, so I was 18.
That would have made me 19. So you're a 40 or 50-year-old woman hitting on 19-year-olds. That's not okay. Don't do that. But, like, yeah, she didn't last long. And, of course, Robert, the criminal we were just talking about, he didn't last long. Just actually, like, a bad human being. I have no idea, like, how the fuck he's not behind bars. But, yeah, that place is like a turnaround factory. At least when we were there. I don't know what it's like now.
It's midnight, so it's not a shift that a lot of people want to work. And the craziest part of it all was the fact that no one wanted to work this shift, and there really was no extra incentive to work this shift. We still just did it.
They didn't pay well enough to be an overnight.
But at the time, that's all I had. I literally lived
me too.
in the apartments right behind Town and Country, so...
Yeah. Like walking distance.
Why not?
I think because I deliver there now, which is like a crazy
That's funny.
a crazy thing for me. Of like I deliver their product now, at least the product we sell. But I still see like Chris and Dispenser running around there.
There's no way they're still there.
Yeah, he is.
I would have figured Chris would have honestly.
I thought he would. I thought he'd be in jail by now,
or passed away from liver failure.
We're getting into drama now. I don't want to like
be in jail. Why would he be in jail?
Like if
he's not right, guy.
He's already got like 4 or 5 DUIs.
Oh.
So if he got a 6th, he'd be. I don't even know, 5 years, something like that.
They don't mess around with DUIs anymore.
Next question from user sad_definition150. What is a hobby of the opposite gender that would make them attractive? I would say gaming. Gaming is a good one. I would say something sport-like.
Yes, but the games that women play, I'll use my ex as an example here. What?
You're going to go on some sexist tirade about the games women play. That's what you just said.
I'm just saying, and yeah, I did say games in air quotes. I'm just saying the only game my ex ever played was Minecraft. And while that is not while that is not a bad game, that's just one game. Come on, babe. You gotta broaden your horizons here. You want to play another... Like, I want to play other games with you. We tried Rocket League. She was fucking terrible at Rocket League.
Everyone's terrible when they start Rocket League.
Well, yeah, but, like, no room for improvement. She didn't want to grow. So I had to drop her. I couldn't have her on my team. In Minecraft, it's just aimlessly wandering around in pixel shit, thinking of stuff to do, and after 20 minutes, I ain't thinking no more.
That sounds like a you problem.
It is. Like, I get that one craving to play Minecraft, and then I play it for like 30 minutes. I'm like, well, I'm done. So, but like, I do agree. Like, if I were to ever like meet a chick that plays like any of the games I play now, like Rocket League, dude, if I met a chick that played Helldivers, oh God, I would spread democracy so much.
Right.
Yeah, no, like it's sports too. Like
something athletic.
There's a chick that plays hockey with me on Friday nights, and she's a bit older, but she's also...
Did you get them digits, bro?
She's engaged, and her fiancé sometimes plays with us, too, and he's... well,
that makes it awkward.
He's one of those... I mean, he could probably beat my ass, but, like, he's got, like, that just sleeve tattoo. He's a little muscular. He's probably one of those guys that thinks he's all that, and he might be.
He could be. We have yet to find that out. But yeah, gaming, athletic events, I think are good answers. I think reading is good. Like anything that sparks imagination, I think is a pro, no matter who you are. So I think that's just a good answer, regardless. Yeah. You know, maybe something artistic, sculpting, painting, drawing, writing.
Maybe something autistic.
Are you calling out my girlfriend? Or?
No. Good Lord, no.
I was like,
Jesus.
Wait a minute.
Oh, this is spiraled into shit. No.
You said it, not me.
I said it, but I didn't mean it towards your girlfriend. I'm just saying. And also, by the way, if she says she is, then she is. I ain't going to fight her about that. But you know how many people that I work with, or just people I know in general, that just blame the tism. And I'm just like... Does everyone have it now? So it doesn't really make you special. Like, I could say I have autism.
You could, but you're not diagnosed.
But I'm not diagnosed. But, like, I don't know how many people at work tell me that they're actually diagnosed. I don't know if I believe them.
Well, you're also not privy to their, like, medical history.
No, I'm not saying I need to be, nor do I want to be. But I'm just saying, it just seems like there's so many...
So it's just blowing your mind that a lot of people are diagnosed? Or are you claiming they're lying to you?
Well, it's like every time like something funny happens, like even in the later stages of my relationship, she would always just be like, "Oh, that's the autism speaking," and like she was never like that before in our relationship. Like I guess you can like it doesn't just hit it like, "Oh yeah, I'm autistic." Like no, it just like doesn't happen like that.
One day you wake up, you're like,
But it's just I don't know. Like you're trying to be funny talking to someone, and then they're just like, "Sorry, bro, I got autism." And like so nonchalant,
that
like
happens.
One of my coworkers, yes, he does that.
Really?
I'm talking to him. He's like, "Yeah, bro, I'm just autistic."
It makes me wonder if they're genuinely diagnosed and they're just letting you know, like, hey, I don't get your bit and this is why, or if they're just being an asshole and they're just claiming it because they're an asshole.
Well, it doesn't match the conversation we just had, like talking like at a high volume, and then they're just like, yeah, I'm autistic, so. Like, where did this come from? Like, okay, go back up front and start ringing again. I don't Anywho.
I'm not a doctor. I don't know. I'm sorry.
Would you like me to test your heart rate, my son? I'm a doctor.
The only way I know how to test a pulse is by feeling it through my tongue. And the best way to feel that is this next question.
You tell me, doctor.
The final question we have today comes from user Smile Economy 3574.
I wish I could do that in this one.
In this economy. What's the stupidest thing you spent a lot of money on?
Microtransactions in video games that mean nothing.
Because
a new one comes out every year.
I was just going to say that. It's not something I've done recently, and I'm proud of being
It's not something I've done recently either.
Yeah, it's something I'm proud of being 5 years clean, no microtransactions. But when I was a late teen, I want to say 17-ish, my friend Pearson, you know Pearson. Pearson's the homie. He got me into this game, this phone game, called Idle Heroes.
We got a mobile gamer here.
Not sponsored. And
mobile gamer.
They literally formulate mobile games to be addictive. They build them around addiction.
Yeah, I've played Candy Crush before. I've played Bloons. I've played Hill Climb Racing, Jetpack Joyride.
Yeah. But I was addicted to this game. Okay. I easily spent an hour or two on this game on my phone every day. And I
spent 5 hours on the system.
I guess it's just different because mobile gaming is literally meant to milk you for money. And console games are leaning that way, but they're not all that way. Whereas that's every phone game all the time. So to preface the story, I had just gotten my paycheck. I've been working since the age of 15. I just got my paycheck. I was hanging out with Pearson. And we're both playing the game on our phone, instead of interacting. Just
sitting next to one another, not talking.
Yep. Instead of interacting like human beings, we're both playing this game on our phone. And there's this sale. Ooh, a sale on the in-game store. And I see it. And I'm like, whoa. 34,000 gems? Gosh, but it's $100.
That's not a sale, bro. That's a scam.
Yeah. And you know what he told me? Shit, you just got paid. Go for it.
Ah, what a good friend.
I know.
What a good friend, honestly.
So I fucking did it.
Any good friend does.
I fucking did. I spent $100 on this phone game I haven't played in 5 years. And I used all of the gems. Almost all of the gems that day on card pack openings and hero spawns, monster spawns. I got nothing. I spent $100 and I got nothing. That is the stupidest fucking purchase I have ever made in my life. Besides buying a ring for my ex-fiancée because she was a fucking cunt and I don't know why I did that.
That was also a stupid purchase.
That's up there also.
But with me, all the microtransactions I ever bought were just meaningless. The fact that I bought... I want to say it was around...
You were bad with Advanced Warfare.
Yeah, it was around... Oh, God, anywhere between $1,200 to $1,600 in total I spent on that game in 1 year.
Oh, my God.
And the fact I spent all that much, and I had my shit deleted 2 times, and I still got it all back because my friends thought it'd be funny to log on to my account and with that game, if you had duplicates of some things or just anything, you could delete it for XP. And the funniest thing to them, the funniest part about that was the fact that I was max level, so I wasn't getting anything for it if they deconstructed it. So, but that also reminds me too that I haven't.
How are you still friends with them?
They're the homies for real. On God.
And you were just making fun of me like, oh, that's a real friend. Bitch, they literally got rid of money you spent.
Yeah, I mean, they figured out...
I guess this also happened in my case, though.
Well, no, I mean, I guess that's my fault for putting my account on their system whenever we would go over to each other's houses and just play.
That's true.
Because I never thought they'd just log on to my shit and, you know, go rogue on everything.
You can't trust the homies when they do a little trolling, you know.
And as it stands now, I haven't spent... I mean, I've spent some here and there... But, like, it's maybe just to, NHL. Like... Well, no, I'm not even... I don't even talk about that game anymore. But, like, with Helldivers, if I'm, like, missing a couple super weeks... And that's the great thing about games like that. It happens slowly, but over time, it just starts heading up. And the missions, you could find these super credits just anywhere. And they only come in increments of 10. But, like, that's the currency you use to buy shit from the store. Oh, so, like, you could essentially earn it for free. It'd just take a little while, but... You get up there, and that's what I usually... Like, if I'm, like, 200 credits short, and it's 200 credits is, like, $1.
Oh, that's not bad.
And so, like, I'll buy that occasionally. But this new game that just came out called The First Descendant, it's a mix between Destiny, Warframe, Division, and just a bunch of games, pretty much. But, like, it's one of the ones where you have to, let's see, you want to make this weapon, and you have all the materials for it. You need to research it.
Oh, okay.
So you have to wait in game time.
I see.
Until it's done researching, or you can pay to speed up the research. Yep. But the caveat to this, it's a free to play game.
Yeah, it is. That's where they get you, though.
It is. Like, I haven't spent money on anything like that of like it, but like. It's kind of ridiculous, the price, though, of all these things that I'm looking at in the store because this game is free to play. To get this ultimate skin for this Descendant that includes a bunch of other useless shit, it's 5,000 caliber, which is the currency name for the online. That's $100. That is $100. Yes.
$100 for a skin, a cosmetic.
Yes. Mm-hmm. And I also saw that you can increase your like equipment thing or what. I didn't read too much into it, but you can increase it by 1,000 times. Why? I don't know, but that costs you 125,000 caliber, which is equivalent to almost $200.
Oh my god.
Or just around there, I think. No, actually, I could be way off in my math. I'll be playing it some tonight. I'll let you know because that store.
Said how much was 5,000 caliber? You said that was $100.
I think so.
So 5,000 caliber is $100.
Yeah.
125,000 caliber. 125,000 divided by 5,000 is 25. 25 times 100 is $2,500.
I could be wrong.
On a micro-transaction.
I could be wrong. I really hope I am. But all I'm saying is I will not be spent... Like, and the research time isn't really that long. Like, for this one gun that I just got, it took 4 hours to do. That's fine.
That's not bad. You can even let it run in the background type deal. Yeah, that's not bad.
But
that's wild, bro.
Yeah, it's a fun game though. I'm enjoying it, but yeah, all the microtransactions and like that's the thing. You can get you can just purchase an Ascendant for $900, which I believe is equivalent to about. My prices are probably way off, but I'd say give or take $20, just for a playable character.
Oh, I see.
Or you can that's the thing though too. You can play it for free and you can earn it all for free, but you might just have to keep replaying the mission to get the thing you need because it has a X amount of % drop chance.
Right.
But you can do it for free. So.
See, there's games like that.
It's very grindy.
Yeah, very grindy.
And I like that.
I have a love-hate relationship with grindy kind of games. You know, like sometimes if it's an engaging mission, I don't mind doing it 10, 20 times. If it's some boring slop, I despise doing it once. So that's the make or break for me in grindy type games, you know?
Well, for me right now, it's just something new, so it's all fun to me.
That's true. New is good.
The longer I'll play it, maybe the more bored I'll get. I'm not bored of Helldivers, but I'm only level 83. And the max is 150. Gotta get up to triple digits. Yeah, max is 150. It takes forever to level up, though, in that game.
Well, by next week, I'm sure you'll be near 150.
Are you trying to say something?
All I'm trying to say is I've got faith in you, bro. And you're going to bring a vibe of the week next week on this show, AK219, saying you made 100.
I made the rank of super private.
Super private?
Yeah, that's super what you get when you get to
parts,
Oh, okay.
Maybe on Patreon. You have to look it up to see. Right AK219. You keep those hands to yourself, mister.
Does it feel like gust of wind?
What?
That gust of wind. That wasn't my hand that touched you. That was wind.
Oh.
Because it touched me, too.
We've both been touched today. I hope you've been touched at home. It's like touched your heart. This show touched your heart, is what I'm saying and implying. We thank you for listening.
We get deep in there and we touch your muscle.
Like the thing we were talking about, like entrances and exits from earlier. Anyway, thank you for listening. This has been AK219, Aidan, Kevan. We'll be here next week with more
homoerotic content.
More homoerotic content for sure. But I almost forgot the outro again. Bright and early, late next week with another episode of Chaos. Almost forgot.
You keep forgetting. I'm going to have to beat it into your head to start remembering.
You going to beat my head?
So he remembers.
We better cut this camera then.
I'm doing everyone a favor. Yeah, cut it right now.
Okay, bye.